All right. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pillow Talk. This time I have a girl
Hi.
that's going to do a pillow talk with me. This is Susan. So Susan So is a urban natural farmer. She's also a dog lover. She's a community builder. I will talk more about the community part later. But most importantly, she is my party friend. Hi Susan, thank you for doing this.
You're
So,
welcome. It's my
um,
pleasure.
is it very awkward to see us in this setting? We used to be so casual, partying.
Yeah.
She's my
Uh,
ex-colleague.
we must be holding mugs of Heineken in our hand, right?
I still have Oktoberfest mug here, but it's water
Wow,
now, no longer
what
beer.
today?
Ah, okay, so before further ado, I just want to lead us into the intention of doing Pillow Talk session. So as I've mentioned in several episodes, I just really want to show our community how we can build communities online. We can use whatever free resources there is online to increase our brand personality, to create a community of like-minded people, and most of all, just to leverage on the internet, the digital era these days, and get ourselves out there. With this whole COVID-19 situation, more and more people will be embracing digital media. So the vulnerable communities that don't embrace this will be definitely left behind. So today we are so blessed to have another community builder. And this time it's not from the esports or from the entrepreneur industry, but it's from natural farming industry. So Susan, tell us a little bit about your My Edible Garden project. I understand that it has like 9,000 over members now. So how do you get all these people together? Where they come from?
Oh, okay. It all started from passion in gardening and farming. I started liking gardening when I moved to KL in '96. I got my own house. I rented my own house, and then I started just visiting Sungai Buloh, getting a lot of flowers and plants to decorate the house. And then I noticed that, oh, I really like it very much. So when I bought my own house, I decided, okay, in 2007, I said I will start my own edible garden. So I joined a couple of gardening groups, and after a while, I felt like I needed more privacy, like to share my progress of my garden, and instead of just sharing it on the very big group. So I created my edible garden, the group, which started from just my own group of friends, people like yourself, one of the pioneers that joined the group. And I guess it's true word of mouth. And I think you were also much influenced by that, right? Remember the caladium craze and all that?
Yes. Oh my God, I
Yeah.
spent so much money because of your group, always constantly buying things, taking pictures to post it up and all. But I'm also wondering, apart from just family and friends, how did it grow to 9,000 people?
Yeah, I think it's word of mouth. People started sharing their pictures, and then they started adding their friends. And when I stopped working in corporate, in 2016, and I went into not urban farming, but sustainable farming in Janda Bai and Bentong and Gopeng. So we did a lot of talks, roadshows, and bazaars events. I also did a couple of corporate Earth Day and Green Day with Atos, HP, and we did one Earth Day event at Taman, and we did with a couple of event organizers such as Vivi. So when we joined events, I shared a lot about my groups. We talk about if you want to learn more, you can join the group. So that's how it grew, and I think it's all word of mouth.
I see. So people join the group because they want to learn. They want to learn
Yeah,
from the other people that's in the
yeah.
group. Ah, interesting.
And
So when you
they
talk about
share
edible,
pictures of the
yeah, so they
garden.
share. Yeah. So when you talk about edible, what sort of edible do they grow?
All kinds of plants, chili, The regular ones would be perennial, and what we find in our Asian kitchen based on our cooking. Yeah, people have asked me, what do you recommend for an edible garden? You know, they're asking to design an edible garden. But my first question to them is that, what do you like to eat? You know, what do you cook most of the time? You know, are you a Western kind of cook, or are you an Asian cuisine? Because you just basically plant whatever you cook, right? So if you use a lot of serai, pandan, lima purut, calamansi, chili padi, yeah, you know, so you plant all that. The easy ones, I like the easy ones because you don't need any maintenance at all, and you know, you can just open your back door and grab them from your garden, so you don't even have to go out and buy them.
Wow, who would have thought, right, that urban farming is so easy? So tell us more about the concept of urban farming. How do you keep that kind of passion to constantly maintain an urban garden?
I guess for myself, it is inborn. I kind of just liked it naturally, and so yeah, I like plants, and I like to see my plants grow well, and I just, yeah, at one point I was like, I want to plant and own everything, which you can't. So right now the COVID season is good. The MCO is good because I'm decluttering my garden as well. You know, prioritizing and planting what you know I would use most, especially. Like right now, I'm not working, so I'm in between jobs. So I do sell my plants, and I would have one plant that will show the, you know, as a showcase, like a sample, like a lemon plant, for instance, a fruiting lemon plant. Everybody's like amazed by that, and then I sell the cuttings because with COVID-19. You know, there's an opportunity for you to sell lemons because it's high in vitamin C, you know. So everybody wants to have lemons in their garden, right?
So speaking about
So
lemons, I have that lemon plant that I bought from you as well. But it takes a lot of passion and patience to nurture a plant because my lemon plants, I think, had only 2 or 3 fruits, and until now I don't see any other fruits. So what's the secret to keeping the lemon plant fruitful?
I guess with plants, it's same as a relationship, you know. You always have to give it TLC, a lot of nurturing. So, like, if I ask you, how often do you fertilize your plant? Yeah.
Never.
So if you
After I
don't
finish the
fertilize
bottle
your
of
plant,
fertilizer
how
I
do
bought
you
from you,
expect?
never. So in short, in order for the plants to be fruitful, it needs to be taken care of intentionally. It is not as simple as what I thought initially, where the garden will just grow naturally. You probably just water the plants once a day or something. There's still need to fertilize it and take care of it like a relationship.
It can self-fertilize if you plant it on the ground and you feed the ground, you know, so that the ground can feed your plants. So that's the natural way of doing it. So remember, I told you, like, you know, urinate on the plant, or
I
or
am peeing on my plant.
yeah. So if the plant is on the ground, so you just have to feed the soil, and the soil will feed the plants. Or if it's in a pot, just like yours, I think yours is still in a pot, right?
Yes, it is still in a
Yeah.
pot, a very big pot though. Yeah, it is growing a lot taller now. I think it's been like 2 years or so. Maybe it is very tall, but it's just it doesn't bear fruits lah. The last time I saw fruits was probably a year ago.
Okay. Yeah, you need to have two types of fertilizer. One is the ground fertilizer, and another one would be the foliar spray, which is for flowering and fruiting. I think I should visit you and
Yes,
bring
pass me some, please.
and then
Yeah, and also it's so interesting that you came from various different industry and you fell in love with farming, sustainable farming and urban farming. So what aspired that sort of life change?
Yeah, I think the topic of sustainability, regenerative farming, and circular economy attracted me. I like to create something out of nothing, like you don't, I actually, at one point, I tried to really create something out of nothing. That means I don't put in a single cent into my garden. I harvest the poo from my rabbits my chickens, and I tried to like feed my plants. And actually, rabbits are very good animals to have because you only feed them greens from your garden. And after that, they have shit, the poo, and you feed the poo to the plants, and then the plants feed you. So it's a kind of a circular regenerative economy.
Yeah.
And yeah, in fact, previously I did a talk on this as well for GBG in Marika Square, and I shown them how I did it. Even I breed black soldier fly from rabbit poo, and I fed the black soldier fly to my chickens, and then chickens gave me eggs. Yeah. So I've been doing that. I've not been buying fertilizer for many years.
Oh, interesting. So it is really a sustainable cycle where everything you have in your house is actually feeding you in some ways, even your chickens, right?
Yes, yes. I love chickens and eggs.
Right, nice. So it's really
In an
interesting
urban
to.
setting, of course, it's not easy.
Yeah.
You have to have understanding neighbors. You have to give them eggs sometimes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Give them cartons of eggs and they will be happy with the chickens there. Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
So that lead me to also think, you said that by nature you're interested in farming and in things like this, right? So let's talk a little bit more about your childhood. What sort of nurturing was it? What type of bedroom stories, or not bedroom stories? What type of bedtime stories do you like? Do you have a favorite bedtime story?
yeah, when I was young, I stayed with my grandparents, and my grandpa loved to tell stories. And he tells very good stories. Like now when you make a movie, you always have a good looking main cast, and then you've got a bit of romance. You got some action, and yeah, he would do all that. He would tell me stories about how he struggled in his younger days. Actually, he was trying to tell us that you have to work hard. You have to do whatever it takes. He did many jobs. He told us how he would come back from work, and then whatever time he has, he would go and work extra, like at night and in the weekends. And he also told us a lot of the best part was how he went after my grandmother, like how he would pull her ponytail, because they got married when he was 19 and she's 16. So it was quite at a young age, right? So yeah, those were quite interesting bedtime stories for
So do you
childhood.
think those stories from your childhood influenced you in any way? Did it
I
shape
guess,
you to who you
yeah,
are?
of course, yeah. Um, I guess when I stayed with my grandparents, they also love gardening a lot. You know, they will plant a lot of things, and my grandfather loved to rear chickens. He even rear those, the chickens and eggs, stuff like that.
I see, I see. So it's been really nice having you. I think we are almost running out of time. So thank you so much, Susan, for joining us for this episode of Pillow Talk. I'll catch up with you so that you can pass me some fertilizers, okay? Thank
Okay.
you. Bye. Good night.